Right, so once again I've moved into a new truck. Hopefully for the last time for a while, because I'm finally where I want to be in the multi-axle fleet. But this truck's a little different, so I thought it deserved a video. I don't know where that light on the tack is coming from. Maybe from the sleeper. Anyway, yeah, this is a Frieghtliner FLD. It's a little bit different than a Cascadia. Kind of old school. The truck is a 2008, but the engine is somewhere in like 98 to 02, I think. It's a Caterpillar 346E, which they stopped making in 04. 03 was the last year of that engine. So the engine is a little bit older, but the truck is a 2008. Over here we've got our gauge. We'll just start reading off the gauges. Water temperature, oil pressure, that's a pyrometer. Pyrometer, that is my exhaust temperature, and the highest it goes is 1600, which is way under a truck with a DPF filter. Yeah, tachometer. All those lights are warning buzzers, different warning things. The one that's lit up right now means my parking brake is set. Speedometer, and according to the odometer there, the truck has 300,000 miles on it, which isn't bad at all for an 08. I'd say that's low, actually. That gauge there, right here, so this is applied brake pressure. So when you step on the brake, that's how much braking force you're using. That's my primary air gauge and my secondary air gauge. Over here we have oil temperature, turbo pressure, and my fuel gauge, which I just topped off. Over here, this is the engine brake controls. So this switch, just one, that's 2 cylinders, that's 4 cylinders, and then that's all 6 cylinders. This here is my interaxle differential lock. This one here is my 5th wheel slide. That's my air suspension, and this switch here raises and lowers my tag axle. My voltmeter, this gauge is my suspension air pressure. So that's how much weight is on my drive tires. And that's the vacuum, the air intake. This needle is supposed to be at 0. If this needle starts climbing, that means your air filter needs changed. This one here, this is how much weight is on my tag axle. So there's 2 separate switches for weights. That's an optional switch. This is the cruise control. Turn it on, set it, RPM start climbing, resume, and then off. Obviously the trailer brake and truck parking brake. Down here it's a little dark. This is the windshield wiper. It's a dial, so you just turn it. I think if you push on it, it activates the fluid. Yep, that's the fluid. I haven't actually tried that yet. The mirror heater, so on and off for the mirror heater. Not sure which is which. It's been up the whole time, so I assume up is off. This is for the motor mirrors, to move the mirrors around. If you turn it this way, that does that mirror, and turn it this way, and it does that mirror. AC controls, pretty basic AC controls. Stereo, obviously. The stereo is pretty cool. It changes color, if you've noticed. Going through, now it's turning green. A second ago it was red. I'm not sure why it does that, but that's pretty neat. Switches down here. This is the key. So you turn the key to the on position, and then right here, it's kind of hard to see, but there's a button. So you turn the key to the on position, and all your gauges cycle and all that stuff. And then you push the button and hold the button down until the engine starts. This is the utility light for the lights on the back of the cab. This is a switch for the beacon lights. There's beacons on top of the roof for hauling oversized loads. This switch here is another optional switch. Turn indicator, left and right, and pull out right here for the 4-ways. And if you pull up on it, that's your high beams, on and off. And over here, this switch here, which is, again, is hard to see. It's not, the lighting is just all weird. This switch here, this is the engine fan, so I turn my engine fan on and off manually. This switch here, this switch is the fog lights. No, wait. Yeah, this is the fog lights. Okay, yeah. Then this dial here dims my panel lights. So they're on full blast now. They were kind of medium. I like them on full blast. I like to be able to see them. This switch here is the center is off, and then up is all my light, my marker lights, headlights, everything, and then down is just marker lights. And this switch here is the interrupter for flashing my lights at people, but they only work when the headlights are on. So, there. Oh, up here, forgot about this. Up here, there's more gauges. This gauge, transmission temperature, forward axle temperature, and rear axle temperature. And this one, the light is out on. And that gauge there is missing. I believe it is a thermometer, but it's missing. Got my CV hooked up. American flag, aesthetic microphone. Got a pine tree scent thing to make it smell good in here. It smelled kind of funky. Got my GPS on the window up there. My phone cradle right there. Put the steering wheel up with one hand. Maybe there it goes. The sleeper, nothing special in the sleeper. Pretty small. It is a mid-roof, but Frieghtliner FLD mid-roof is the same size as a Columbia flat top. So there's lots of storage up there. Controls back there for the AC and a light. Bunk heater back there. Got the Mochila bunk cooler. A little cabinet there, a little shelf there, and a little cabinet there behind the driver's seat. Nothing fancy back there, pretty basic. And I do have a 13-speed transmission, which is pretty nice. I love the 13-speed. I've only driven them a few times, but I really like them. Most of my experience is on a 10-speed. So that'll do it. That's the interior of a Frieghtliner FLD.